Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to my live cast. Excuse me. Tonight I want to just specifically talk about TBC. TBC is a very, very huge, what do we call it? Money? I think so. I think we can call it money. Abundance. The title is Abundance is Coming. It will be a great joy to eradicate poverty from the face of the earth. Now, we know that the aim of those who have been controlling and manipulating the monetary system, their aim wasn't to eradicate poverty from the world, but that's, poverty. But that's why TBC was created, because this wasn't in the plans before. I don't know how many different people would have likely sat and pondered about that, how they would be able to end global poverty. And until Bitcoin came along and opened up the crypto, the blockchain technology field, or maybe the blockchain technology door, or as it were. I don't know how, what else way there would have been, but now we have cryptocurrencies. Now, if you haven't been watching the video, there's a video that's called $100 million penny. My $100 million penny, I think it's called. It's just a simple video where a guy demonstrates the massive amount of money that 100 million is, that what you can do with 100 million. That's really, really a lot that 100 million will do. It's amazing. it's amazing. But have you ever given it much thought? You see, TBC, what our aim is we want to create 1 million billionaires and 1 billion millionaires. Now, at this point, it's very easy for you to decide which one of those categories you want to fit into. It's very easy at this point, because never ever in human history has it been easier to become a billionaire than in TBC. I think that is very safe to say that it has never been easier to become a billionaire than it is with TBC. Now we know how, well, maybe you don't know, if you haven't been educating yourself as to what the how the monetary system works, then you wouldn't know. Then it's very unlikely that you know what, I don't know. Invite people and settings, voice, yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that people are able to chat, and I don't see anybody there, and I believe there is. I don't believe that I'm alone, but I can't tell. I can't tell. So anyhow, I'm going to continue on. Now, I know that it's very easy to be very skeptical when something new or something that, you know, especially when there's people who have been saying negative things about it on Facebook or whatever, right? But let's talk about that for a wee bit. Skepticism is a good thing. I don't knock skepticism if you're not sure what you're doing. If you're not confident in the inner guidance that's within you, that gut feeling, that hunch that is able to tell you when something is good and right or when it's not, there is if you follow your gut feeling, especially if you've learned to listen to what that gut feeling is, then it's easy to follow it. But if you have never learned to pay attention to your gut feeling, then I know it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to make the right decision, because what will happen just about 100% of the times is that the decisions will not be the right decisions on any decisions you make when you are not following your gut feeling. Now, the first time that I actually did follow my gut feeling, it wasn't buying a vehicle. It seemed like whenever I would buy a vehicle, it was usually a lemon. It usually wasn't. I wasn't that happy with it afterwards. And I always felt like I was kind of ripped off, maybe. Well, I was looking for to buy a van one time, and there was one advertised, and I went and looked at it, and my wife and I actually went and looked at it, and seeing it there and everything, there's something that inside of me that was telling me that this isn't, not to buy it. That's basically it. Don't buy this. But I looked at it and stuff, and I thought, for what they were asking, the price they're asking for it, and this and that, it really looked like a nice vehicle and everything. And but the guy came out, and I asked him a few questions and stuff, and he was telling me, it didn't have a battery in it. He couldn't start it up because it didn't have a battery in it and stuff. And even though it was a nice looking vehicle and that, and well, that kind of confirmed my that gut feeling I already had. And I ended up telling him that if I would make a decision to buy it, then obviously I'd get back to him. And I drove away very, very feeling very much at ease that I had not made any commitment on that vehicle. But there had been previous times where I had that same kind of feeling, but I went by what it looked like and what the person was saying, and I believed them and ended up with a bad vehicle. And this was the first time that I had actually successfully followed my gut feeling. If you do that every time, you will very soon have very much success on account of that, because the gut feeling is always right. It's always right. Now, if you have seen negative comments on Facebook and so on, and your gut was telling you that, you've seen negative, you believe that. Well, in that case, if you believed what they were saying, and you didn't look any further than that, you didn't do your due diligence to uh, ask yourself, are they telling the truth? Are they giving you an opinion of what they think when they don't really actually know? See, that's often the thing. That's what often happens. But if you do your due diligence and you follow that gut feeling, then your decisions will then your gut will guide you. However, TBC, when I came across it, I checked it out too, and for me, I found that that's what I wanted to do, and I'm very glad I did. But for those of you who did sign up for a wallet and you walked away because TBC, because there was a backlog and the transactions and things like that. And many of us are having so much success with TBC. My question to you is, are you doing your due diligence to see where we're at now, since back when you walked away? But here's the bottom line. I'm not interested in spending my time trying to convince somebody who has made up their mind about it. That's not where I want to spend my time. I'm more interested in spending my time telling people about it, telling them what I'm experiencing with it, because I sell it and I make money with it. And with TBC, it is very, very easy to sell some if you don't, even if you want more still. But we're in the wealth building stage. It's very easy to sell some. Like, let's say you sold $1,000 worth of TBC. If you, well, if you haven't bought any, then selling $1,000 worth might not, well, you actually wouldn't be able to quite sell $1,000 worth, because the Kringles that you get aren't quite that much. Although if you got your Kringles at when they gave 100,000 Kringles away, then you already have way more than just $1,000. You'd already have more than $3,000 in TBC. So you could easily, if you have your $10 fee paid, then you could easily sell $1,000 worth of your TBC, and then and then buy $500 from someone else, and you would qualify for 5 TBC coin, which will end up being worth $1 billion each, €1 billion each. Can you see how simple that would be from that gift that you got? So you would have, basically what you could do is that $10 that of paying the wallet, from just spending a one-time $10, you could already profit $500 or $490, and from the other 500 you could buy TBC and get 5 TBC coin, which would make you a billionaire 5 times over. Now, if you want to be wealthy, can you think of an easier way to get very, very wealthy? I mean, 5 billion is very much money. It is very much money. You couldn't buy enough things to spend $5 billion for yourself. Even for all your friends and family and all of that, to spend $5 billion, I don't think you could. You'd have your private jet, all of that, and you wouldn't have even spent $1 billion. Not even if you did that for your, probably all your friends and family. You probably would have still not even spent $1 billion. So $1 billion is a very, very big amount of money. And you can become a billionaire by spending $110 if you don't have your wallet paid for. You get a free gift when you joined the TBC through the Kringle. You get 25,000 Kringles, which is now worth just about $1,000, very close. And then if you pay for your wallet, which is $10, and and then buy $100 worth of TBC, just $100, that qualifies you for cookies, for enough cookies to be able to redeem them during the month of May, and to redeem them for one TBC coin. One TBC coin will be worth 1 billion euros at the full price, which I don't know how long it will take. I'm thinking that it will take probably about 18 months or so. That's what I'm thinking. It could be 2 years. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how long. Even if it takes 2 years, 2 years is a very short time. I mean, who who becomes a billionaire in 2 years? Have you ever heard of anyone that became that that became a billionaire in 2 years, spending just $100, $110? Well, well, I don't know, of course, if it will be in 2 years. That's what I don't, and I don't want to claim that it will be, that we will reach our full price in 2 years, but uh, becoming a billionaire, there is so much you can do in the world, helping so many people with $1 billion. Now, I see TBC was created for that purpose, to end world hunger. And there are now, I don't know how many, of course, how many people we now have that have one TBC. I know that there's quite a few of us that have more than one TBC, which makes us a multi-billionaire at the full price of the coin. Now, TBC is not in exchanges because it's not a poverty-based money, whereas all the other coins are poverty-based currencies. They are based on the idea of lack and limitation. That's what they're based on. And why I say that is because of how they function. Um, the price of them is very easy to manipulate, because it's very easy in those exchanges for someone who has a lot of money to buy a high quantity of the coin, which puts the price up. And you can bet that it always happens when a coin starts moving up, people want to buy. More people want to buy, and what that does, it rises faster. And people then get the fear of losing out, and quickly scramble around to buy some more while it's going up. And then as it stabilizes at a certain price, that's when the ones who bought large quantities, that's when they start selling quite a quantity, because they've now made a huge chunk of money, and then it starts going down. Do you understand what I meant when I said the prices are easily manipulated in those exchanges? That's what I'm talking about. People who already have a lot of money, they can very easily manipulate those prices and gain huge gains at the expense of those who don't have enough to manipulate. That's why I say that they are poverty based. They are based on with this idea that everybody has, that I want to get as much as I can, as quick as I can, as quick as possible, because otherwise others were going to have more than me, or I want to make as much headways as I possibly can while I can. What is that? That's a poverty mindset. Where on the other hand, there is so much abundance in this world. So much abundance. And here's what I am glad for, that TBC was made to once and for all say goodbye to poverty in the world. The poverty mindset, that is something that people are going to have to drop on their own. There isn't any amount of money that can get that will help you get rid of a poverty mindset. This artificial scarcity that has grabbed hold of so many people, and the idea that they have to manipulate, or not, to just try to grab as much as I can while I can. And then, of course, then along with that comes mistrust and skepticism, and all of those things. They're all tied in with the mindset of lack and limitation. See, when you are of a free mind, knowing that there is abundance, there is no shortage. You don't have to worry about getting your share or nothing like that. There's plenty. You can every day just be happy, happy for what you have, grateful for what you have, and happy that there is plenty. Plenty will be yours because you'll be at ease and making the right decisions. That's how it works. Now, if I wanted to scare you into trying to get, I'm not sure what I would say. I don't actually know what I would say to try to manipulate your mind for you to think that you're going to be, you're seriously missing out here. You better get in now. You better. That's not my point. That's not my point. It's a very simple question, whether you want to be wealthy and have plenty, or whether you want to, keep struggling, or whatever it is you are doing. I don't know. I don't know your situation, but that is up to you. So, with that said, I'm just going to, uh, encourage you that if you want to help end world hunger, if you want to be in and help us on that, then at least accept the free gift and educate yourself, and then you can, once you are more confident and you want to be part of eradicating poverty from the world, well, then you can buy some TBC coin then, and you have plenty of time to educate yourself until May. It doesn't take that long. there is plenty of information. And so in the links below in this video, I'll have some links there. And one of them links is actually my website, which has plenty of information on there that you can, that'll give you a good idea of what you want to do. So my website is cryptotbc.com. I'm John Harder. Thank you for watching this video. And I'll be on again tomorrow. Peace.